Hi everybody, welcome back to Macy's Garden. This is the next 48 zodiac read. So, next 48 hours. We're doing career and finances and personal life. This is going to be for Aquarius. So if you have Aquarius in your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and or North Node sign, this message may resonate for you. If it doesn't resonate, please go check the other signs in your chart. And if those still don't resonate, the message just may not be for you this time, and that's okay. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me tap into your energy a little bit more. And then that way, it'd be more likely that I do get a message for you that would resonate, okay? All right. Ooh, I'm starting to get super warm. I'm channeling. I'm here, guys. My body gets so warm when this happens. Ooh, Lord. Having like a hot flash. All right, this is gonna be for Aquarius, age of Aquarius. And we are actually officially in the age of Aquarius, especially right now. There's like 5 or 6 planets in Aquarius right now. So if things feel weird and unconventional and a little bit quirky, that's why. All right. Ooh, come on. All righty. Hi. Everyone say hi in the chat. I like when you guys talk to me, and I like talking back with you. I like connecting with you. I really have been enjoying going live so much more than just recording. Hi, Steven. What's going on? All right. Steven, what signs are you? Do you know your birth chart? What's your big 3? I know you sit in on a lot of these, and I appreciate it, and I love it so much. But what is your actual sign? If you don't mind me asking. Actually, everybody that's here, drop your sun sign in the chat. I want to know what your guys' sun signs are. This is for Aquarius, but I'm just curious to know for the ones that are watching. I want to know my people. I want to get to know you so that you can get to know me. Me, personally, I'm a Capricorn sun. Drop your sun in the chat, what your sun sign is, your zodiac sun sign. All right. Spirit, tell me about Aquarius's career and finances for the next 48 hours. Gemini, Pisces, and Scorpio, nice combo. Not even gonna lie. Not only is your intuition on point, you quick-witted. Quick-witted. Your comebacks might be fucking sharp. I do not want to get in an argument with you. Ooh, tell me more, tell me more. I don't know why that came up. Sometimes I hear things in song. My Claire Gustins does that, where I'll get like song messages, and that's Grease. Did you get very far? So it's when they're on, when what's his face is on the bleachers talking to his boys, and she's talking to the pink ladies and the girls. When Sandy's talking to the girls. Interesting. But anyway, that's Grease. The movie Grease, the musical, with John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John. Is that how is she Newton-John? Olivia John? Yeah, something like that. All right, anyway. Capricorn. Not Capricorn, I'm sorry. Aquarius. Maybe you have Capricorn placements, Aquarius. Okay. Spirit wants you to know that you have all the tools that you need to succeed in whatever it is that you're trying to succeed in, whether that's expanding in your career, getting a new job, getting a promotion, getting into the next level, you know, getting a new position, something along those lines, climbing the ladder. You just might need to put in a little bit more effort. You may need to really like elbow grease it. Start really flexing the things that you are good at. You know, really start putting in that hard work. You will excel if you do this. You may be really good with working with your hands or fixing things. You may have a very mechanical mind or understand mechanics very well. So that could be it. Or carpentry, or, you know, building, you know, on a commercial basis, like concrete, or I'm like seeing a lot. It's a lot of like blue collar construction type of work. Okay. Or you may just be really good at fixing problems. You may be a really good problem solver. So you may end up, you know, being someone that is the go-to when needing help. You could be like in IT, you know, and being really good with IT tech stuff and being able to fix those kind of problems. So you may be the go-to person when things break, or, you know, software isn't working right, or something along those lines. Spirit says that, okay, I'm getting a couple things. You may also need to have a job that brings you outdoors more, or allows you to get out a little bit and not be just cooped in like an office setting or in a cubicle or something along those lines. Maybe you do need to work in construction, because a lot of that stuff is outside, you know, in building, those kind of things. It's a lot of outdoor work. You may need to take a work trip, or you may need to, or you get an opportunity. I'm seeing like, okay, the way that this just was like, I don't know about like if it's a car shop or some type of mechanic or something like that. And then there's a bunch of them are sending like their best mechanics to this like seminar or competition or something like that, and they may need to travel to this like, or convention, I'll put it that, or like this big convention to like showcase what they build or what they've made, or, you know, in like engineering or mechanics or something along, or even robotics. I'm also getting robotics. So something along those lines. It may take you on an adventure. You may meet people at this convention or at this seminar or something in that nature, where the networking really like expands things for you. It gets you in touch with the right people. You may be able to then, this feels like going to California. I don't know who I'm talking to, but this feels like going from the East Coast to the West Coast, going to like Las Vegas or California or something along those lines in the United States. Okay. So if you're not in the United States, take it as it is, from the East Coast to the West Coast of wherever you're at. All right. Or like the borders, if you don't have coasts, the borders or something along those lines, where you're moving from one part like across the country in some way, or across the state or whatever. All right. But it does feel like a trip. So it's not just like going to a different town, going to the next town over. It's like going to the next state over type thing, going to maybe the next country over, you know, depending on where you're at. You may experience some type of upheaval at your current job that you may need to kind of stay out of. Keep your emotions in check and don't involve yourself in any of the chit chat, gossip, or the like uprising that's happening at work. There may be a lot of tension or a lot of fighting going on in the office space, and you're to just stay out of it. Mind your P's and Q's, do your work, kind of get in, get out type thing. Because there's somebody that's either trying to bring drama, or there's troublemakers in the workplace, and if you get involved, it's going to just create a lot of drama in your life, or a lot more stress and unease and tension and uncomfortability than necessary. Okay. especially about like gossip, or if something triggers you and gets you really pissed off and your emotions are flaring. You may need to try something well outside your comfort zone, because you may not realize that that's what, I don't know. It could be something that you never even thought of doing before. Never even, again, like maybe you do work in an office, in a cubicle, and you may need to get into construction or plumbing or electricity or something along those lines, where there's like building new, or going into the tech field or going into robotics, something that it's like a stark night and day to what it is ever you're doing right now. But this is a growing phase, because I have cultivation at the bottom of the deck. This is definitely a growing phase for you. So this is about you learning maybe what isn't for you and what is for you, trying new things, seeing what fits right, seeing what feels right, what excites you, what ignites some type of curiosity or creativity within you. And then once you start planting seeds or trying to manifest or whatever, the cultivation, you need to keep tending to this to make it grow. Okay, you can't just try something one time and think, oh, well, I'm not really that good at it, so it must not be for me. That's not true. A lot of things you may need to do quite a few times before it comes out good, or you get the hang of it. Okay, not everything needs to come so naturally. That can still be fruitful and purposeful and fulfilling in your life. Okay, just because you had to take a minute to learn something, and have a little bit of patience and take your time and not rush the process or be so naturally gifted it was like you're a prodigy, doesn't mean it wasn't for you. Please, okay? Please. All right, let's keep going. Hi, Sanjay. I'm a new subscriber, Sanjay. Both are in karma connection. Could you please tell me reality for our relationship? I am not doing personal reads or pulling cards for the people on the live. This is for Aquarius placements for the next 48 hours. So if you have Aquarius placements, this message may be for you. If not, I would go check the other signs of your chart. But thank you for tuning in. It's nice to see you. Hi. Okay. Tell me more about this. Tell me more about the next 48 for Aquarius's career and finances. Tell me more. Okay. What we got? Yeah. Okay. Remember how I was just saying, you may need to learn something. You may need to take a class, go back to school, take a course, or do something along those lines where you kind of need to be trained or repeat doing this stuff, because this says investments. They want you to invest in something, all right? And it's going to reap the rewards that you're looking for. It's going to end up being very lucrative for you. You may also need to look for, just purely for your finances, you may also need to look into investing. Talk to a financial advisor. If you don't know anything about, investing or the stocks or anything like that, talk to somebody who knows, okay? Get some information. I also just heard insider trading, so be careful of that. Don't get involved in that stuff because it's highly illegal. I know a lot of people take advantage of that shit. Don't do it. Especially as an Aquarius placement, you're semi-ruled by Saturn. Traditionally, it was Saturn and more new age. I shouldn't say new age, but when they found more planets in the solar system, the outer planets, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, they assigned them to ones that were doubled up on some of the planets. So, you're traditionally ruled by Saturn, which, you get a harder kickback when you try to swindle or deceive or manipulate or you know, just scam in any kind of way or take the shortcut or, you know, whatever. So don't try to do none of that shit. But it says invest wisely, okay? You may need to even invest in your own business. It says you have the power to take control of your life, career, and finances. Focus on your needs. You may need to go into your own business. You may need to work for yourself, especially if you are in construction or some type of building, carpentry, masonry, you know, an electrician, plumbing, you know, I can't think of everything that, you know, they do, you know, whatever. You may need to go into your own business, figure out how to do that, invest in yourself, invest in proper equipment, you know, don't buy the cheap stuff and do the cheap labor and cut corners or anything like that, because your work is going to precede you. All right, which then will build your reputation, and then your name will start getting out there, and then you'll start getting some type of notoriety or recognition, and word of mouth advertising is the most solid advertising. That's why reviews are so weighted. You know, companies want good reviews because it's word of mouth. People trust what other people are saying about the product that they've bought. You know what I mean? And what they think about it. Okay? And they're more likely to keep going to a person that has nothing but good, that people have nothing but good things to say, and especially about their work and whatever they bought, whatever the product is, whether that's just your own labor or an actual something that you've made. All right. But you have the power to take control and cultivate exactly what it is that you're looking for, or exactly what it is that you want to do. Even if maybe you don't really know what it is that you want to do right now, trying new things may really help. Like I said, you could be in an office job, drum office job right now, and you should be out there freaking slinging pipes. I don't know, man. That sounded so bad. I don't even know what I said. All right, fertility. It's time to think about family life and children. Don't sacrifice family for career. This also gives me, like, you're going to birth something. You're going to start something new. You're going to expand, which then also helps bring in abundance so that you can provide for your family, so that you do have the freedom to be there. You really may need to work for yourself so that you can make your own schedule, set your own hours, and give yourself the freedom and the flexibility to be there for family and not neglect them, but also pouring into your purpose. All right, bottom of the deck is gift. It says you'll discover new talents that will lead to new opportunities. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Whatever you're doing right now as a career, you may do like a total career shift, not even just like a job. This is like, you know, like I said, you went into something knowing it was going to be stable and have job security, but it's literally the most boring thing you've ever done. You feel no passion for it. You dread going. It's sucking the life out of you. You just day in and day out, and you're like, meh, you know? And then when you go home and you build something out of wood because you're a fantastic carpenter and it just lights up your whole life, why aren't you doing that for yourself? Why aren't you doing that for others so that they can appreciate that? Why? Because of the stability. You pour into yourself, invest in yourself, and it will reap the rewards you're looking for. Okay? Don't invest in a corporation. They're not going to kick back to you the way that your own business is going to kick back to you. All right? Because the corporation is taking all of the accolades and reputation and reviews and, you know, all the praise under their brand, and not directly to you as an individual. It's like, oh no, the whole company is great because one of their workers is fantastic, when really that one worker should have their own business and be known for how good they are individually. All right, does that make sense? Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Because you have some type of gift or talent naturally that is really going to help build something in your career for you, and you need to tap in. It's time to tap in, Aquarius. And now that all these things are in your All these planets are in your sign right now. Use that energy to your freaking advantage, okay? I heard move them and groove them. I don't know what that means. That's not even a saying I've ever heard, but I heard move them and groove them. I don't know. Move it and groove it, people. I don't freaking know. All right, we're moving on into your personal life, Aquarius. All right, Spirit, let's get Aquarius's personal life. Your personal life could be friends, family, lovers, or just you personally, what you need. Oh, okay. Hi, in India. That's crazy. That's on the other side of the country. I mean, not country. Other side of the world. Thanks for tuning in. How did you even find me? All right, Spirit. For Aquarius, for the next 48 hours in their personal life, please. That came flying out. That's a little concerning. How bad that wanted to come out. Oh. Whoa. Okay. Aquarius, there may be a relationship that you had that was a divine connection, okay? This is definitely somebody that you're in separation from. Separating from this person may have made you feel, unexpectedly so, made you feel a little cold, a little not as emotional, or, you know, it's like being near something warm, and then when that warmth is being taken away, you feel the absence of the warmth. So it's like feeling colder or being a lot less, you know, there's like more, you know, hardened of your heart. It's really being closed off emotionally, okay? This relationship must have had a lot of responsibility or got a lot of burdens. It got really heavy, okay? And so you guys may have split up. You may have left because of how heavy this felt. But what I'm kind of getting is there's some type of perspective shift that's about to happen. I need more information. There's definitely a perspective shift that's about, okay. There's a transformation that's about to happen. You may get a phone call. Somebody's trapped in their head right now. This was definitely a commitment, a marriage, or it should have been. And somebody either was overburdened, they were letting life really get them down, they were, you know, weighed down by responsibilities and may have not really, or felt like they were carrying a lot of weight on their shoulders, or there was just a heaviness about them. They may have gone through some things, and just had some like excessive pressure or stress, or was starting to lose faith or something. I don't know. There's something there. This could have been depression. This could have been a lot of mental health issues. Definitely some mental health issues that in turn ended up changing the way that this relationship was working, or changing the dynamic in this relationship, and a transformation needed to happen. But it does look like an ending did happen in this relationship, because you guys are definitely in some form of separation. But there's definitely a perspective. You may have felt like you sacrificed a lot, or maybe vice versa. But there's going to be a recalibration, okay? There's going to be a transition that happens, and it's going to like bring it out of feeling trapped or imprisoned, You may have once felt like being in a long-term commitment or marriage was trapping you, or like holding you captive in a way, or like disempowering you or something along those lines, and your perspective is shifting on that. I think you no longer think that that level of commitment means that, and there's something or someone from the past that you've been thinking about that maybe you want to offer something to, or maybe it's someone wants to offer this to you. But I think it's you, because you came out as the King of Swords, and that's Aquarius energy. Yeah. And I think you want to, again, because Knight of Swords, that's your energy. I think you, whoever this is, could be an Earth placement, could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I also have Gemini, Sagittarius, Pisces, Scorpio out. Scorpio's out here twice. Gemini's out here twice. Taurus. So this very well could have been an Earth sign, and you may want to offer them or reignite something, or try to create something new. Strengthen the bond, strengthen the relationship, or finally make that commitment, or you know, go the more traditional route and commit to this person, and, you know, marriage, or having some type of you know, coming up together in a way. Definitely. Where you guys move in together, you have a family together. This is heavy on your mind. You've really been thinking about this. There's maybe a lot of nostalgia and memories are coming up. They may have made you feel a little bit uncomfortable at first, but now you're finding a lot of healing and comfort and just like love, and feeling, I'm surprised like a regret card hasn't come out here. You may have been having like uncontrolled thoughts about this person as well. Tell me more. Anything else? Yeah. Don't let your indecision or hesitancy stall you. You need to find the strength through your uncomfortable feelings, because I feel like you do need to reach out. I don't know, though. I don't know if this other person's going to be receptive. Let's see. Guys, after Pisces, these cards are getting retired. this specific set of tarot. Is the other person receptive to this? Is the other person receptive to this? Ooh. Maybe not. Maybe not. Possibly not. I don't know if this person is. This person may be actually quite selfish, or they've turned quite selfish. They're trying to protect themselves. They're starting to think of themselves more than maybe what they had in the past. This may give them a lot of anxiety, or this gives you a lot of anxiety. You may have been the one to walk away, and now you're looking back like, damn, was that the right decision? They may be open. I don't know, though. I don't know, though. There's some form of self-sabotage. Maybe you thought maybe you weren't good enough, or that you weren't going to be able to provide in some way, and it kind of ruined the way that this relationship went. They may be open to talking and like hearing you out a little bit. But I don't know if they'll like want to get back together type thing. I think that depends on who it is and how the relationship ended and what actually transpired in the relationship. And that's going to be different for everybody. Okay. So take it as it resonates. LP. And a bunch of numbers. Hello. Hello, hello, guys. Guys, say hi in the chat. Talk to me. I like to talk back. Tell me what your zodiac sign is. Something, anything. Okay. Spirit, tell me about the next 48 in Aquarius's personal life. In Aquarius's personal life. Oh, man. People might be gossiping about this, or maybe this other person is talking to their friends a lot. They may have a guy group or a girl group that is, yeah, they're... Just be careful. The number 3 is out here. 3 and 8 is 11. We had number 8 out before. We have 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But there's like 2 3s, 2 4s, 2 5s, 2 6s. Oh, and 2 8s. There's a lot of doubles going on here. And there's a 10, which is completion. You might need to just let this one... this may be chalked up to a lesson here, baby. You may have had to learn a harsh lesson. You may have let other things distract you. Somebody may be spreading some kind of misinformation about you, or has the details wrong, or has only one side of the story and they're spreading that information. Just be careful. Number 24, that's number 6. False Flame came out. This came out for Capricorn too. So you may have Capricorn placements and you may need to go watch the Capricorn reading. It may have been a really strong connection, but this may have been something where there was just like lessons that needed to be learned. You guys may have been genuine friends and genuinely cared about each other, but this was about lessons. This was about soul growth. This was about learning. Someone may be spreading rumors about you or lying about what happened, maybe trying to tarnish your reputation. Just be careful with what you're distracting yourself with, or who you're distracting yourself with. There may be a reputation that you like to distract yourself with, like multiple lovers, or, something along those lines. So be careful. There may be rumors that all you care about is money and material wealth, and you don't, care about the actual person. This was about learning lessons. This card came out for Capricorn too. This is about learning lessons, integrating them, turning it into wisdom, and using it to bring more peace, harmony, and joy into your life. I think you've learned your lesson here, and you're not going to let this happen again. So if a connection like this were to cross your paths again, I think you would play it differently next time. Or at least that's what Spirit's trying to teach you. Okay? That's what I'm getting for you guys. I love you guys so very much. I am doing a 2026 predictive reading, if that's something that you want, where I do a whole overview of 2026, go month by month. It's a pre-recorded video that never expires. You get to keep it, and you can look back on it throughout the year. Again, if that's something that you want, let me know. If not, that's okay too. I like that you guys sit in and come in and hang out with me here. I am gonna do Pisces next, so that video is I'm gonna be going live immediately after this one. So if you're coming over to watch Pisces, I'll see you in a minute. And if not, and this is where we leave each other, I love you guys so very much. I'll see you soon. Bye.